And we're live. What's going on, everybody? Alex, Fatman The Flipper, your friendly neighborhood fat man. And I want to welcome you guys to what's going on, everybody? New Alex, Fatman The Flipper, your friendly neighborhood fat man. I'm getting a little feedback. New night, guys, to episode number 3. What's going on, everybody? We have your friendly special guest with us tonight. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna go ahead and let my guests introduce themselves, starting with Jordan. I'm gonna go ahead and let Jordan introduce himself first. Jordan.
I'm Jordan, DG Picker. Sell on Amazon and eBay. Dabble a little bit in Poshmark, but tonight we're talking about vintage toys.
All right, cool. What's up, Jordan, man? Thank you for being here once again, my man. And I'm going to go ahead and introduce our special guest. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce both our special guests, right? So I'll go ahead and start off with Derek, my man, Nascarman. Say what's up to everybody.
Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Derek. I'm Nascarman 3345. I'm here to have some fun with everybody tonight. We're going to talk about vintage toys. I sell on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, and I mainly do a lot of toy shows and flea markets. So let's have some fun and let's give Alex some love. Let's see those thumbs up on this chat tonight.
That's what's up, Derek. Welcome, Derek, man. I'm so happy you're here, dude. You don't understand, man. I love the fact that you know your stuff and you get excited about it. Like, it excites me too, but I just don't have the knowledge you got, you know, learning about this stuff. Now, it's stuff I grew up with, but definitely just learning about the stuff. Now, my main man, Pat. What's up, Pat? Pat is on the show. Say what's up to everybody.
How you doing, Alex? Yeah, I just got home at Pat D72, and I saw they were going live, and I said, hey, Alex, you're talking about a subject I love, toys. So I said about coming on the show. He's sure. So he sent me the invite, and I'm kind of excited about the subject tonight, and we're going to get into he said the only thing is I had to bring some toys, so I had to go down into the basement and dig some stuff out. So we'll be showing. The only thing I did say to my buddy Derek is to make sure that he's not, crawling around in his pajamas tonight. We all had to be, properly dressed. So.
All right, Pat. I remember that one. Okay, that's fine. I still
love you. I still love you.
I hear you, Matt. We do too. That's why this great community in here.
That's right.
Now, you know why I personally like this subject, because for me it's like nostalgic purposes, right? Like I like when I see this stuff in the wild, as John Johnson says. I like what he says. He says in the wild. When you see it in the wild, it's like, to me, it's like, whoa, dude, like all of a sudden I'm a kid again. And for me, it's a big deal because when I was a kid, I didn't have all those toys. You know what I'm saying? Like all the neighbor kids did and stuff, and they, So for me, it was always something I wanted. You know what I'm saying? But for me, it's that cool because especially nowadays, it's a big deal, to have like old school stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like Nintendos, and you talk about it. We got it. My homeboy today, we go to a bunch of yard sales, and he comes up on a big old folder with mint condition Garbage Pail Kids cards.
Nice.
Like every single card almost. You know what I'm saying? And
nice.
And I ain't gonna lie, part of me was like a little jealous. Like I was like, man, you got it before me, dude. You're so lucky. But he has that talent. Like he gets out of the car and he walks straight to something that's like valuable and unbelievable, So yeah, man. I got a bunch of stuff, and I haven't really done. I've left them alone purposely because I haven't had the time to really dig in and research them. But this week I was planning on listing them, so I think this is pretty cool. We can show off what we got, talk about the stuff, memories that come back. I know Jordan came up on some stuff the other day, man. From I think before my time.
See, like I say, when I get out of a yard sale, and I call it Toydar. You go to the vintage toys. You can almost feel them when you get out of the car. You know you're going to see the baby crap. You know you're going to see that, but you know when you have a gentleman about our age and he's sitting there and he's all happy, you just sit there and you go, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, bang, there's that piece I've been looking for, and it's there. You know, that makes me just like go psyched. Let's go.
Derek, though, are you like me? Are you buying this stuff to resell or keep yourself?
Both.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a lot of friends that what we do is event. I don't know if anybody's taken the time and watched the toy time machine up in Canada. They have their clique around there. They have 5 or 6 guys that get together and they do challenges together. Well, we have on my show we have the Ghost, my boy Joe, and my boy Mike, and that's the crew. And we just go out and we try. Okay, I don't collect that, but I know he does. Let's grab that for him, and vice versa. Or we know we're going to be doing a big toy show. Let's hit it hard and let's make some money. So that's what we do.
Now I don't know. Me and Derek are the old guys of the bunch here. I think so. I mean, Jordan's probably the young one, but the kids today, I don't know if they can relate to when I was a kid, there was no cell phone. I mean, it was funny because Alex talked about, kids having certain things. And I remember when we lived in an apartment complex and my dad used to watch the little Italian boy while his mom and dad had a pizzeria. And I would go over to their house sometimes and they had the Atari game. And I thought they were the richest people in the world. I mean, we didn't get toys year round. We usually got maybe 1 or 2 items for at Christmas time, and that was it. The Salvation Army, which I'm still a great supporter of, would always give toys to some of the poorer kids in our area. And I remember getting like a fire truck, and my sister used to get like a doll, and they used to, the ladies in the community would crochet stuff for the doll, and this is stuff I don't know if kids would even line up now to get. And I always thought it was so, when I grew up, and I was a wrestling fan, when I grew up into my, there was 2 things I always wanted. I wanted some toys and I wanted sneakers. And I could never, until I got a job, I could never afford either one. And then I started, up in my attic, I probably have cases of all the wrestlers from 25, 30 years ago, because when I bought them, I would start putting them in boxes and saving them. And I even tell my kids now, I often joke to them and I say to them, oh, probably when I die, you guys will have this up on eBay just to sell it for the money. And for me, even if someone said, I'll give you $30 for each wrestler, I probably wouldn't sell because, again, it's just part of my background of enjoying it. And I'm still guilty of that at times, that I will go and if I like certain things, I'll buy just to keep for myself.
Right.
Now, is that really wrong? Is that wrong?
No, I enjoy it.
Yeah. It all depends on if you have the room. That's the thing. I've been living in a 2-bedroom apartment, and my money pile is growing bigger than my living room. So I gotta be careful. I have my collection, but it's sitting underneath in a closet in some of the storage unit and underneath my desk. So
up where I live here in Pennsylvania, and you guys, I know Alex is from Miami, right?
Yes, sir.
Jordan, where are you from, sir?
Ohio.
And Derek?
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. Oh, okay. So you're right here on the East Coast, but
yep.
I'm close to. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the show Orange County Choppers.
Oh yeah, you're in our
the Tuttle
brothers, the sons.
I used to travel back and forth sometimes to Boston for a medical issue that my son had years ago, and I used to stop in the place and over the years I got to meet the guys and stuff. And this was some of the stuff like 15 years ago. You can't find this stuff now. Mm-hmm. This is this is dated 2004, and you could see. I mean, look at the condition. And I bought these. I probably honestly could turn around and sell these for $15, $20 a piece. But I bought these, and I have. When you guys said I had in my office,
those were made by Joyride, weren't they?
What's that?
Those were made by Joyride, weren't they?
No, these are made by Toy Zone.
Okay.
Back in the day, I remember the guys, Paul Sr. and Jr., They had signed something like $50 million in licensing. They were doing more in T-shirts and toys. I even have some of the, which you can't even find. Recently, I met up with somebody. It was funny because, doing this eBay reselling, I had bought some vinyl records, and the guy told me, he said Paul Jr.'s mother-in-law stopped and had bought a whole bunch of these type of toys because when they were going through that, the show went down, they couldn't find them. What happened was when they would sign these licenses, they would get like one or two of these. Well, Junior and the father had split. I don't know if people familiar with the show. And Junior didn't have a lot of this stuff, but wanted to show his kids this. And they went and they looked for this stuff themselves.
I remember they had an episode where a guy came in with a 33-gallon tub of stuff to Junior Design, and he bought it all for like $3,000 because he couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, real quick, guys. I don't want to switch up the subject. We're not actually staying on the subject. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be here for a while talking about all this. But I do wanna say what's up to everybody in the chat. Just give a few
go ahead.
Little shout outs. Money from Mars, what's up? Hey, DG Picker, what's up? Oh, yo, John, what's going on, man? Heather the Reseller, that's my homegirl right there. Patty Dieters. CJ Spano, what's going on? CBK, what's up? Masano Blue. I say it like that. I say it with a little bit of Latin
flair.
Masano Blue, Fat Girl Son, what's up, home girl? Train Watcher Don, Oscar S. This thing today, man, for me was meeting that guy. Like Churchyard, my homeboy's scanning some books. And I'm looking around and stuff. I already found a few good things, and I'm going over here now. I see a box with a bunch of cool stuff in it, and I automatically whoop. I look at my homeboy. That's his over there, taking. And I'm like, man, you got some good stuff. And I keep walking. I turn around and I hear someone say, "By the way, I love your show." And I'm like, oh snap! Somebody recognized me from YouTube, dude, today. And Oscar, man, let me tell you, man, it was awesome meeting him. He was doing the same thing as me, using treasure map. You out there that are listening right now, if you don't know about it, because I actually had a few people ask me, hey, what's that app that you're using? It's called Treasure Map app, Yard Sale Treasure Map app. Awesome thing. It's like a GPS, shows balloons, and you can map out, you can actually click on the balloons and look into the listing, see what's coming up, and you can map out the yard go to, garage sales, estate sales. It's pretty cool. So Oscar, what's going on? Glad to have you here. John Carney, just everybody that's in here. Landshark Picker, Steve, that's my boy. Connie, what's up? Linda, hey, it's Scott, what's up? This is a motley crew. What's up, Scott? Joseph, everybody in the chat, man, welcome, guys. Thank you for coming. And the other thing I wanted to mention too is what we were talking about, what I love about reselling and what I think is what I heard somebody say it, so it's not like my thought, can't hear somebody saying it, but the fact that, like we were talking about, do you go and get toys and all these vintage things for yourself or to resell only, you know what I'm saying? Or do you go and some stuff? What I think is beautiful about reselling is that you can literally do what you love, you know what I'm saying? Like you use what you love and you're passionate about to make a business, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's what's beautiful about this, like you find these little toys, like these micro Hot Wheels, and all this stuff that just brings you back. And you say, man, I can keep some of this and I can resell some of this too, but it's I think it's awesome.
That was when you put up your treasure map today on Facebook, I started laughing because I'm like, okay, there's 4 in Hialeah, there's four on the beach. And I'm sitting there laughing. I'm going, damn, do I miss being down there? Because like I said, my uncle lives on A1A, right across from the arena, and just sitting there being in that area is just the bomb. I love it down there. Especially, I love going to the swap shop in Hollywood.
Yeah, man. I still haven't gone. You know what? I'm gonna wait till I see you, man, and we're gonna go together, bro.
Sounds
We're
good.
gonna go together.
Sounds good. That's a mad crazy place. During the night, it's two movie theaters, two old drive-ins. They have seven different screens, and then during the day, it's all nothing but a big flea market, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty awesome. I've been
Pretty
there.
pumped. Got yard sales coming up here, and I think it's 2 weeks. We got some yard sales coming up, but it's like the town that it's in is like they have like a lot of antique stores, so it's a lot of I know it's gonna be a lot of like vintage stuff all over. So I'm pretty pumped.
Now, where are you in Ohio, Josh? Josh,
What's up?
can you hear me? Where are you in Ohio?
Pretty much like smack dab in the middle.
All right, so you don't have to compete with John Cincinnati Picker and that crew,
Nah.
like Steve and all them.
Nah.
I wish I lived in Cincinnati. I'm a big Bengals fan, so so let's see what you got, Alex. Let's see some of the stuff you got today.
Man, today I got stuff that, well, I mean, I don't know if this is vintage. World of Warcraft? That's not vintage.
World of Warcraft's been around since '88 because it used to be on PC.
Yeah, I didn't get that stuff. I wish I would have found that. But I think that stuff doesn't even go for as much as like this stuff goes for. I looked this up, and I mean, this stuff is going for like $100 or something like that. And then I expansion pack too. But vintage stuff, man, I've been holding on to this. You remember this guy right here? Let me see if I got him. There he is. Remember this guy? Remember that guy?
That's Earthworm Jim. That's his little buddy Bucky O'Hare.
Bucky O'Hare. And
Yep.
I got every single one except for two with
Nice.
all their weapons and everything.
You know they
pretty cool.
reissued those this year. You know that, right?
They reissued them?
Yep.
Yeah, but these are the old school ones, man.
Yeah, I
These are from,
understand. I'm just letting you know. So they've dropped a little bit in price, but when you try to get the new ones, they're $40 for one figure.
for a brand new one?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh wow. So they're worth more than the vintage
some
ones,
of them, yeah.
pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I still think
It is cool.
Out of them, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's like one of the things I've found recently. What else I got? Oh, I got this guy. I had to put him on the thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? Because this guy right here was my favorite kid. This actually had, and you know, the snake.
Yep.
Jake the Snake.
Yeah. Where's the snake though? He came with a snake.
Oh, got the snake. Find him. I'm gonna find him.
That's Pat's thing. Pat, you love that stuff, don't you?
Yeah, and I found Transformer cars.
Yep, that's Generation 2, my man. That has the swipe on the front on the top, and you can see if it's an Autobot or a Decepticon.
On the very top, right?
Yep, you rub that piece. It's a rub. And it should say Auto. It should. No, the little black sticker that's on the top of the hood.
Oh, I remember that now, man. Yo, you just blew my mind. So look, check this out. So green. I don't know if you guys can see that any good, but this thing is green, right? Watch this. Look. Like,
yep.
It turned blue. You saw that? You saw? Look, watch. It's gonna turn blue. See, from blue.
Yep. To black. To
That's
green.
so awesome, dude. Yo, you just blew my mind, dog. I promise you, bro. Until you said that, man.
I'll show you a piece that you'll get a kick out of I found today. Now you can really laugh at this because you know this is early 80s but it's you can look at it in two aspects. You can see it could be ABA basketball, almost like semi-pro with little Will Ferrell, and it could be also a toy.
Oh man, that's cool.
Yeah, Joe headband. Imagine running around the basketball court with that thing on when you were a kid.
That's awesome. I was a G.I. Joe fanatic, man. As a kid, man.
Yeah, you would die. I have close to 200 Joes right behind me right now.
I don't even. Man, I had to pass some up the other day.
Why?
Because they wanted what they're worth, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I wasn't gonna do it. I just, I couldn't do it. What they wanted for them, I couldn't do it.
Remember this?
Yes. I think my cousin still has that.
Yep. It's still all there. The sticker came off, but it's still there. They carried 3 guys.
Cool, man.
All right, Pat, what do you got? Show us something, my man.
Well, I went, and while you guys were talking, I went and stepped away a second, went up into the attic. I was trying to find the one I have unopened, but if you can find these for $1 or $2 at the flea market, at the yard sales, the old rubber
ones.
This is Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
This was mine. This was mine personally. This is when the company was called Titan Sports.
Okay. Yep.
Before they were called the World Wrestling Federation, and now they're called the World Wrestling Entertainment.
Right.
These
of the lawsuit.
Yeah, well, that's because of the wildlife. They couldn't do WWF no more. But these old rubber wrestlers. I bought a bunch of these for $1 or $2. But there's actually people that are into this stuff, know how to even clean them and paint them up and stuff like that. But I remember buying wrestlers back in the day for $7, $8 20 years ago, and now try to buy them. I mean, they're $12, $15 a piece. But if you can find this in the package, brand new, it's easily over $100, $150. And I have one in the package, but he's packed away. He's packed away. It's funny because we're talking about toys, and I had a memory, and I've been on eBay for 21 years, but I used to do it part time, and one of the things with Toys R Us, or I used to go in there and see what the toys were, and I ran across those holiday Barbies. Yep. That's another thing. If you can find them, one year I went to Toys R Us was having a sale. It was like they had a coupon, like buy one, get something like 50% off. I bought something like 35 holiday Barbies, and that was one of the very first early times I got into selling some toys online. I bought them on average at $7 and was selling for average about $35. I remember before even eBay global shipping them to Japan, new in the pack. So there are certain things that keep your eyes open. You again, Alex and you guys are young. You see anything really back 20 years old, pull your phone out and look it up. Chances are it's worth money.
I grew up with these toys. Go ahead, Jordan.
I have a bunch of those wrestlers that you were just talking about, Pat. Like
now, the rubber ones or the ones that they Jakks Pacific made for a long time. Now Mattel is doing them.
Well, I had some from when it was WWF.
Yeah, Jakks Pacific started those in 1989. They did with the Jakks Pacific, but the ones that he's talking about, LJN started making them in the early to mid 80s, and they were all flexible. You couldn't move the arms or legs.
This one's even dated. This has a date on them where a lot of your toys nowadays try to look for. I mean, this is 1984. I mean, I was 12 years old.
That's when I was born.
Oh my God, I feel old.
I mean, think about that.
Yeah, I wasn't around.
These people that I used to work for, and I talked about not having toys and stuff. I worked at a diner, and they had a beer distributor, and they were such amazing people that they gave me stuff at Christmas time. And this was some of the stuff that they had given me because they knew, and it was funny because like, oh, you know, what would you like? And here I was, you know, 12, 13 years old, and we weren't talking about cell phones, and I wasn't going to ask for Atari. I mean, that back then I think was $125. I mean, I think for some people that was sometimes, almost a week's worth of pay for some people. You know what I mean?
Did you have the original blue wrestling ring too?
Oh, I was big into wrestling, and I have a lot of things. I have a lot of things actually I bought 20 years ago, not even open. I mean, I have wrestlers that are deceased that aren't here no more, and watch when that stuff happens. I mean, when someone popular dies, and go look on eBay and see how it's bombarded, because then people who hung on to that stuff will go on there and sell that stuff, like crazy. I mean, when Owen Hart, the blue, dressed up as the Blue Meanie, not the Blue Meanie, I forget what the other name he went by, but if you could find that one of the costume, that one's worth a bunch of money too.
That's why I don't mind Hasbro redoing a lot of the older figures, but they're really screwing the market, because I know they did it with the Transformers. They came back out with the G1s. Now the micro cars, they look exactly like they did back in '84. Yeah, the decals and everything are a little bit different, but you got to really, really know your stuff, or you can get really in trouble out there.
You guys remember this guy?
I think sometimes also what they're tapping into is people like ourselves that couldn't afford things years ago and are that grown adult and have some disposable income and willing to collect things.
Right.
I mean, and it reminds me of like how many of these old guys are out doing concerts at 70 years old, but people 30, 40 years ago didn't go see them, but they see them now because they have disposable income. And that's where it comes in, I think, with collectible things and toys, that even like I said, some of the things that I buy, I don't look to maybe resell because, again, I'm collecting them. But it's good for me because I have a lot of knowledge about certain things. So when I'm out and about and I spot things, I'm not afraid to pick up some. I mean, I have picked up old games that for $2 and turn around and sold them for $25, $30. Something that I wasn't interested in, but I knew that they were probably rare and they had some sort of value.
Right. So now, what were you saying, Alex? You were showing me something.
Man, I got so much to show, man. Look, I paid $20 to a guy, and I literally got boxes of, a bunch of stuff.
Damn.
Like, there's more weapons in here than anything, but like I got the Dr. Octopus.
Yep.
I got parts. If you need parts, holler at me. I got parts for all kind of stuff.
Jeez, that's G.I. Joe.
Yeah, that's Cobra right there.
Yeah.
I got there's a Captain Planet. This is the
Alien.
Nuka.
Yep.
I mean, I got so much stuff. $20.
Yeah. You can't pass on that stuff at all.
The main reason I got it, besides for like the Battletoads that are going for decent money right now.
Yep.
All these Battletoads. Besides that, the reason I got it was what's in this bag. This bag right here is full of Z-Bots.
There you go.
Z-Bots.
Yep.
And that was cool. I don't know. You guys want to see this?
I don't know if they've been. I know Pat should remember the Z-Bots. They were cool.
Yeah, I got like.
What were you talking about? The Z-Bots?
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. Z-Bots.
It's funny. Sometimes you won't see something so long, and then when you see it, you're like, oh, yeah, I remember that as a kid. I mean, I was really into the Smurfs, He-Man.
That's the stuff I was into, Pat, bro. My cousin had the castle,
not my age.
Yep.
Think about how things are so different. For the kids, I feel like the kids miss out on stuff. I mean, Saturday morning cartoons and I mean, I was a big fan of the Flintstones and
the Jetsons.
Looney Tunes?
Yeah,
Bowie.
Do you guys, if you guys are out and about, keep your eyes open for these. Now, I know this is not a toy, but yet.
Yep, that considered part of toys. Yep.
Right, exactly. These vintage metal lunch boxes. I couldn't afford one as a kid. I mean, I was from the family that we used to get those free tickets, and and I would stand in line and get the free meal. And I'll tell you the truth, when I knew I was going to skip school a day, I went through the other line and got 2 lunches.
Yep.
So my ticket didn't go to waste.
Back then, Pat, I know you had to do what you had to do to get them ends meet. It wasn't a handout. You had to do that. You weren't proud, but you had to do what you had to do to make ends meet.
Well,
not like now where you sit there and I need that. If you're not going to give it to me, I'm going to go after you guys.
Right. For me, unfortunately, my parents had their priorities screwed up, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to beat around the bush. Right. They always could afford booze and cigarettes, but yet we had to get free lunch from school. And but as a kid, I didn't realize that until I got older. A job kind of, when you're making your own money, empowers you to make your own decisions and stuff like that.
Right.
Here's with that lunchbox. If you could find even the thermos, they're worth a lot. Alex, do you recognize any of these type?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, the other day I got this at a thrift store.
How about you, Jordan?
Well, not the other day. It's been.
I've seen them around. Yeah.
He's seen them around. He's seen them around. Oh yeah.
If you can find, go on eBay and pull up vintage toy metal boxes, you'll see them sold ones $200, $250 and these back in the day sold for $10.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, those were crazy. Yep. Now you'll get a kick out of this, Pat. When you see my video on Monday, you'll appreciate it. I was saying to everybody, my guys took me out in a wheelchair today. We went to different resale shops. They had a $6 Million Man thermos and a Charlie's Angels game. And I know Pat would appreciate that because what the last live we were in that we were talking about that he instead of Pat being Charlie, he's the fourth angel.
No, I'm Charlie, and Kim, Destiny, and Rebecca were the angels.
There you go.
Tommy was Bosley. I tell you, I love stuff from the 70s and the 80s. I grew up in the 80s.
I did too.
Yeah, Landshark Picker Craig just mentioned best if you have the thermos with it. I do have the thermos with that. I had a restaurant at one time, and I was going to put them up in my restaurant on a shelf. And I'll be honest, I was worried about people stealing them, or they come in dusty and stuff like that. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to even bother. I kept them for myself. And again, it's one of those things that I enjoy. And if I could keep, and I tell you, I've been to antique places and I see that stuff, and I see if I can ever find some of them, like you guys, find them, buy them.
Yep. So.
Yeah, John said he bought some comics yesterday. He had to pay up for them, but they were 10 cents.
That's good.
Those 10-cent comics, boy.
Oh yeah, they're good.
Yep.
You know what? I'm a little angry at myself. I set a goal today. I didn't accomplish it, but that's not why I'm angry, because I put in the effort to accomplish it, right? But I missed out on one place. There was a place that would have been perfect for me to talk about on this show, and it was a dude that had his whole entire house literally full from room to room with antique collectible like toys, comic books, board games, just like everything, music, everything, dude. And I wish I would have gone to that place. I'm gonna see if it's open tomorrow, if he's still doing it tomorrow, and I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna try to make like a video out of it or something, so people can see it. But that thing, man, just the pictures alone was like, no way, dude, this is too much. So I should have gone there. But
no, I tell you, John from Nevermore Antiques is a great guy, and he's in the room in the chat. You guys, you want to learn some stuff? Here's a guy, a family man, lives on a farm. He sells over $100,000 worth of stuff a year on eBay, and he supports his family. He's just going out and buying a building, and he's going to open up his own shop. This guy, and I say kid because he's a couple years younger than me, he has a lot of knowledge about stuff. And this is what I enjoy about this community of meeting like-minded people that share an interest in this stuff. And again, not always for the love of making it's, we all want to make money doing this, but it's also nice to, and that's why I love the show American Pickers, that this stuff is not getting thrown in the landfill, not getting thrown in the dumpster, that we're placing some value on it because there's a story behind it. There's a story behind a lot of things. Like I said, for me, I couldn't afford some of these things, and now I'm able to capture some of that and say, hey, I someone who doesn't value that, I'll buy it, and I'll hold on to it, and hopefully my kids one day will appreciate it and look back and say, we don't have hardly no toys saved, but yet my dad has a little collection. And people will think, well, he had those since he was 5. No, he bought them, from 20 to 50. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's why I try to do it with my kids. We find stuff. I'm getting my younger one that's over here playing video games next to me. But he goes to Salvation Army, and he found a couple of video games today, that they liked, and he's found a couple of hats that we've thrown on eBay because hats sell. That's the thing. I couldn't believe that we found a couple of hats, and we're just like, throw them up there and see how they do, But I want he understands the toys, but he's understanding more of why I like them and have fun with them. Like today, I was at one of those consignment shops, reseller shop. The guy, I don't understand. I know a lot of people. This guy does a lot of house clean outs in estates. And I walked in there, and literally he has a back room that every day it's $1. Everything that's in the back room is $1. And he had these. These are called smacks. These are cool. You slam them down, and they fire off. And they're made by Mattel in 1991, but they're really cool looking. And I've never seen them before, and with doing toys, but they have some. They have like a pile of them. They're French fries, hamburgers. There's a pimped out Hoochie Mobile and all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna try to get the rest of them because I think they're pretty cool. They're going for $3 to $5 online. So for $1, what the heck? Might as well try them. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
For $1, what are you gonna lose? Big deal. I mean, how many times you buy $1 or $5 lotto ticket and it goes into garbage?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I'm not one when I go out. I don't look if I went to. I know people who are in the looking for crazy prices. I'm not looking into that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking to when I personally collect myself something that's fair and reasonable. But again, you guys, if you're seeing any toys that really more than 30 years old, again, get on your app and look it up, and I'm sure you'll find a buyer.
Now, I don't know if you saw Cincinnati Pickers video today of his yard sale find at all.
No, I just got home not too long ago. I was doing
he went to a yard sale and found an original 1975 G.I. Joe hand glider called the Skyhawk, mint in box, never played with, for $3. It's going for $160 to $200 online.
Well, did you see Scott? He bought a game about money for $2, and he says it goes for something like $95 or $100.
Yeah, cash flow, yeah.
So again, and that's why I enjoy, because it opens our eyes to even to kind of like, oh, wait a minute, let's get on our phone and see what this stuff is going for. Because even if I don't enjoy it myself, I know there's other, I'm not into Star Wars. I never really been, but I'm into wrestling. I'm into the lunch boxes. But guess what? There's other people that are into certain things. I remember watching. That if you can ever find that Stretch Armstrong, back,
God, yeah,
that thing goes for hundreds, if not a perfect one, even in the thousands.
The alligator or whatever it is, his partner is the bigger priced one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I found these. These are from 1991, but they're very hard to find in good condition. But I get these for $1 a piece, and these are original Hot Wheels from '91. They're ultra Hot Wheels, but these things $1 a piece. They're called blue cards with the big numbers on the bottom. But for $1 a piece, I couldn't go wrong. But look at that! Look at that hoopty, Alex. That's what you want to ride in, yeah. But for $1 a piece, I'm gonna open them because I'm gonna race them. These are cars I'm gonna race. But come on, I mean, for $1 a piece, seriously? The guy had like 100 of them. I'm gonna go back next week and try to grab more. It all depends. Like I said, I have my boys to help me get around. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But just going to these stores, and I was one of the places that I've never even been to. And I know my state's only 45 minutes long, but when there's new stores opening and nobody knows, and you walk into a place and make that connection with the person in the store, and work with them, and they'll work with you. I mean, he gave me I got 7 cars, that piece, a 10 megapixel camera, and a couple other pieces for $10.
Nice.
Yeah, and now the guy knows me, so when I go in there, he knows that I'm there willing to spend money, But
Yo, real quick, I saw Connie just really need to go for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures. And the funny thing is that including in that $20 that I bought, now I don't think this is worth much because of the condition it's in. But like, for example, I got this thing.
Yep.
You remember that guy?
Yep.
I used to have one of these. This was one that I had, and I'll be honest, I stole it from a kid. I was a bad kid, man. I had it because there was a kid that he let him, so I stole it. I didn't steal it recently. I bought this.
I can see you, Alex.
From when I was a kid.
Alex, I can see you when you were a little kid. Oh, Vato, get me that thing, man. Get me out of here.
But yeah, what I saw was this box.
Oh, nice.
Box, but the box is all beat up, but still, I saw the box, and that's what attracted me to the table.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got this guy. He's missing pieces, but I still, I got him.
Yeah. And
I actually thought about you, Derek. I was like, yo, Derek would get this and hold on to it until he finds all the parts.
Exactly.
And he'll put it back together.
Yep.
Yeah, so I got the pizza thrower.
The pizza shooter. Yep.
And I got this guy.
Oh yeah, that's the top of it. You have to get the rest of the base.
It needs a little love, but
yeah, you got to get the base.
Yeah. Yeah, it still needs a little love though. This ain't the base. No, this ain't it. Is this it?
That's it.
This is the base. This goes on top of this?
Yep. That should fit in there. That should fit in there. There should be a hole.
Ah, I see. All right. Yo, I'm so glad you're on the chat tonight. Yeah, that's how it goes. Oh, snap. Yep. Look, there it is.
There you go.
The top is broken. The little top, it's broken.
Easy to fix. Very easy to fix.
And then I just need some pizzas and then throw some batteries on this thing, and there you go.
It should be shooting everybody with it.
But that was actually my number one favorite thing as a kid was Ninja Turtles, man.
Cool.
I used to dress up. I used to get the trash can lid, right?
Yep.
From my grandma's house or my aunt's house.
Yep.
I used to put on my back. I used to take my grandma's big old. You remember them big old fat belts?
Oh yeah,
big old fat belts.
I thought you were going to say the big granny bras and strap it around the back.
No. I wasn't that daring. I wasn't like that. But I put on the trash can lid, and then I would get my grandma's scarves that apparently she would get really mad. I didn't know why because I was only like 6.
Right.
But supposedly they were like silk and expensive.
Oh,
and I used to cut holes in them. And I used to put it on my face like this to walk down the neighborhood. And I'm talking about like a middle low, like a like the type of neighborhood that you can get away with doing what I was doing. I was in danger, bro, running around dressed like a Ninja Turtle, 6 years old, you know. And the big kids would come up to me and like try to fight me, and I'll be like, "I'm gonna go get Leonardo." And I in my head, I believe that Leonardo and Donatello and Raphael, they were all gonna back me up.
Yep. Yep.
Good times, you know.
It were good times, you know. But that's when kids played outside. That's the problem. I remember when we used to, as soon as the street lights came on, you knew you had to be inside that house. You know, not you were in deep doo doo. Wiffle ball out in the streets and just everything, man. We used to have parties and stuff. What? Right, Pat? You remember all that? Yep. Yep. I think we lost Pat there for a second. You're being quiet over there, Joe. Come on, talk up, buddy.
See, he's quiet for a reason, though. Remember, it's the silent ones. He's about to explode right now. Right? Watch.
Right. I had to go get my from 20 years ago, Stone Cold. This is when you could interact with the internet. It's new. It's still in the package.
Yep.
I mean, that's dated.
That was my favorite wrestler.
1999. I must have bought 5 or 6 of these.
Yeah.
And you know what? Sometimes what happens with this stuff when you buy it, especially when it's that year, people will flood the market because a lot of the stores closed out on them. And then, in a sense, what people is they become impatient and they basically will sell it sometimes for less than they paid for it. And I said, no, I'm not going to do that. I mean, I'm going to keep on to and hang on to it. And I mean, I can't even read the price tag anymore. Electronics Boutique. I don't even think they're in business anymore.
EB? Nope, they're gone.
Yeah. So that's who was selling these. And I mean, think about that, how the internet now, I mean, this was an early toy to interact with the internet and stuff.
Jeez.
The battery used to be able to talk and say something when you pushed the little button.
Yeah.
But probably the battery being in there too long. It's never been removed from the box.
Wow. That's cool.
One of the things, too, I didn't bring it down. I have my attic actually right behind me. And is if you guys run into old Ertl die-cast toys, I used to go before when eBay just kind of started. I used to go to a wholesale outlet, and I could buy stuff there and sell it for double. And they would get the stuff that they couldn't sell in the stores, and then Ertl went out of business.
Right.
Now, someone relaunched another company using the name, but a lot of the toys today are plastic, and junk. These were heavy-duty die-cast type toys. And
Ertl was bought by Racing Champions, and now Round 2 owns Ertl, Racing Champions, Auto World, all that now. So, but yeah, KB Toy Stores. We used to have a
KB Toy Stores.
Yep. We used to have
that, Alex.
Huh?
Yeah.
You remember KB Toy Stores?
I'm not that young, but I'm not that old either.
Alex, I think I know the one you went to too.
Huh?
Now,
yeah, the one in Dayland Mall.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, you know.
Now to show everybody I'm not a hoarder of toys. I picked these up at Tractor Supply. Yep. These are the John Deere Ertl. Now they're made by a company called Tommy, T-O-M-Y, Tommy.
Tommy.
Right. Now these were basically, I bought these to send into Amazon, and they do sell. So I picked these up at Tractor Supply. They had overabundance of them after Christmas and stuff like that, and they were good, high quality toys. I got these for like 70% off. Right. So
Tommy also does Thomas the Tank, and they're also combined with Takari, and they do the Tamika cars and all the new Transformer stuff.
So I just wanted to show you guys I don't keep everything, that I do sell things, What I try to do, though, is when I'm sending stuff into Amazon is make sure I have enough, because it doesn't cost effective if you're only saying 3 or 4. What's weird about these is I have 2 different versions of the John Deere Ertl toys. One I could sell on Amazon and one I can't. And it's because the way that it's listed, you can't sell Tomy without getting approval or having a a receipt. But yet the way that this one is listed, I could sell this one online. Now, some things, and I bought these with full intentions, knowing that these may be an October to December item, and I'm fine with that, because even if I sell these at regular retail, I'm still going to make money. You know what I mean? I'm still going to make around 35-40% return, even after fees.
Right.
Now, real quick, I want Jordan. You were going to show us some stuff, right?
Yeah, he's blow.
He's quiet, bro. He's gonna blow up. That boy is gonna explode.
I picked this up. These are like
Fisher Price.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, the guy knows.
Does it have a date on it?
Huh?
Does it have a date on it?
1969.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Now, what does that? What does it do, Jordan?
The bottom of it just like spins.
Right. Yeah, it spins.
Yep. Oh, it's pull behind, like a roll. Yeah, a roller.
Yeah.
Like a little kid would pull behind.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Look, I don't know if you can see the price or not. $2.
There you go.
Now, does anyone know what that's called?
That's the Fisher Price teddy bear pull along.
Well, I'm gonna go on eBay. Jordan, have you pulled the comps and see what it sells for?
I haven't fully gone through all of them. I went through a couple. I can't remember. I bought these like what, Alex? 2 weeks ago. I got these.
Yeah, it's been like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I've been listening to so much baseball stuff right now.
Oh yeah, you're hitting the right time because the season just started.
Yeah. So yeah, the toys are taking the back.
Now, Jordan, what is that? A little pig or is it a bear?
A bear, yeah.
It's a bear.
Okay, and what year is it?
1969.
Okay.
It just says number 164.
Yep, 164. Okay. That's the model number.
Yeah. It's a little faded and beat up. But...
Yeah, and it plays music when it rolls.
Yeah.
Right? Yep. I know my stuff. So what else you got?
I was waiting on him. I picked this.
Oh. Pat is multiple. Oh, there you go. Fisher Price. Yep.
This is all. I got all Fisher Price. These are $1. This is 1971.
Yep. Fisher Price radio. An alarm clock. Yep.
But buying these things for $1 or $2, and even if they don't sell what you think your expectations are,
right?
If turning $1 or $2 into 12 and 15, that's a great return.
Right.
That appears to be a Fisher Price 164 Rolly Chubby Cub Bear pull string. That's what it is, and they're going for in the $12-15 range. But again, everything's conditioned.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if you can find one with a box, and I mean, sometimes I don't even, if I feel something's worth a certain price, I'm not afraid to even list it for $1 and $2 more than what somebody else is. Because this person here has one for sale, but their shipping is so high, so I think they're trying to make it up in shipping. Because they're charging like $10 to ship that thing, and probably should be able to ship. Well, it all depends where it goes. You could probably ship that, closer to $7.
Right, and with the clock and the radio, there's that black mark on the front. When you go in, you can use lighter fluid. Put it on a cloth and lightly, and that black will go away, and it'll clean up all the darkness of the white, how it fades. Just use lighter fluid. They'll clean it right up.
Huh. But I got 3 of these.
Ah, those are awesome. I remember those. Do they still have the things inside where you could see? Because sometimes people rip those things out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in there.
There you go. Nice.
That one's zebras. This one is swans.
There you go.
Flamingos.
Epic Games is dumb.
Watch out for your finger. You keep on spinning it. It's not clicking.
I'm just looking at the chat, and I thought I thought Scott was busting my chops that you guys were my kids here. Yeah, so sometimes you have to go back through the chat and see, and yeah, he's busting Pat Sands here. So having kid, yeah, I thought
he likes busting Pat Sands' chops.
Yeah.
And
I thought he was busting my chops that I was the old guy of the bunch and teaching you guys how to play with your toys.
Right, and especially I see me and Scott. We have a thing. I keep on getting the treasure hunts, and he can't find any. So I thought it'd be kind of funny. I wonder if he opened a package, but he's got a little special gift in a package I sent him, and I hope he appreciates it because he probably won't find any. So what else you got there? I see something else. What's that?
Yeah. I don't even know. It's like a little peekaboo block.
What do you think that's going to do to you? What do you think that's going to do? There you go.
Yeah, that was $1 too. That's from 1970.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I was born.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all that stuff. Fisher Price stuff sells well, especially if you get the wood little people. If you get any of that Fisher Price stuff, like the airplane, the cars, the houses, that stuff sells. Yeah, there you go. That's nice. That's in good condition too.
The only thing is the one propeller's broke.
Always happens. Always happens.
But
I just sold the green. I
I
just sold
saw
the green one.
on eBay had a broke propeller.
Yep.
Derek.
Yeah.
Hey, Derek. Scott's saying tune in Tuesday morning. He's got 2 things to open up.
Okay, sounds good, buddy.
So I know you don't necessarily. What are you on your cell phone? You're not following the chat, right?
No, I had the chat, but it just blew out on me, and it's on the other side. So I don't want to mess with things, and I'll mess everything else up.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I was just walking away, getting more and more. This is kind of getting fun because I was getting Pat's toy box out here and getting things,
That's it.
And now we got Jordan. He's got, and I honestly think he's not selling all those items. I think some of them are for him. Like
Yeah, he's gonna have a video. He's gonna have a video on the floor with him playing with him. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun.
Now, Jordan, is that your garage or your where you paint cars or your shop? What is that?
This is just my garage.
Oh, okay. Now, do you paint cars there or no? Just at your work?
Just at work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is my storage facility right now.
Well, you have a lot of space, so you're still a newbie.
Yeah.
I mean, I can only park one car in our garage right now because I got 1,000 books, car parts, movies, all kinds of stuff. And if you see people that have been doing this for a while, they're keeping half their inventory in their garage.
Yeah. Yeah, it's slowly growing. It's not a bad thing, but it's all just the bad part is getting it all listed.
Yeah, that's the grunt work.
The big thing. Yep.
Yeah.
The buying part's the fun part. The listing takes forever.
Yeah, but if you find stuff that you like, and listing makes it easy. It's like, oh yeah, this is cool. Like you play with it while you're trying to take the photos and everything, so you can have fun with it.
Like shoes right now, like I'm blowing through shoe listings, and I highly enjoy those versus almost anything else.
Okay. That's your niche. Yep. I almost poured a pair of Carl Anthony Towns Nikes today for $25, but my phone it wasn't finding anything on the phone for any comps, so I passed on them. So, but
yeah, I'm slowly learning all the different. There's so much stuff you're always learning. You're always learning.
You'll learn until the day you die.
And that's the cool thing, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
The fabric, like Alex was saying, the stitching, like there's so much.
And you learn that to see, like all this.
Learn as you go.
Yeah. Like me, I'm straight up. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't know about the majority of these things that I buy. A lot of time, in the moment, I don't know enough about it.
Right.
You know, I do research. I kind of have an idea. You know, like $20 for all these stuff. I already knew that was a great move. But there's other things like today, the Warcraft stuff. I had to look it up. You know what I'm saying? I had to look it up. I wasn't sure. And then other things, dude. Like, but me, my thing is, I'm starting to notice, like, I have a thing for clothes, especially like women's clothes. Now, don't get that twisted. Now, I'm just saying, it's just over here in Miami, it's just very easy to find, and yard sales are giving away.
Yeah.
I mean, top of the line clothes, man. Like these, just was talking about. I don't want to switch the subject too much, but look, see, I told you, I got me some Michael Kors. Brand new, or not brand new. They got a little wear to them, but they're like new. They're a little dirty. That's all. And I paid $5. You know.
Alex, what size are they?
I was at the club.
Pat, they're not going to fit you, so don't worry.
I was Derek. I was thinking maybe, you didn't have shoes on, Christmas time.
The size 6M.
6M. 6 male?
6M. Yeah, they wanted $10. I got them for $5.
Pat, but you have to remember where Alex is. He's so close to South Beach. They probably were from a guy down there. You never know.
They probably were. They're probably a guy with really small feet. But like
South Beach is the shit. But man, if you don't like people being gay and everything around you, that's not where you want to hang out.
No, I don't know if you guys remember. We're kind of on the vintage thing too. It's not just about toys. It was like vintage toys and stuff. And like, I don't know if you guys heard about the whole camera thing that ended up happening, that I ended up getting some cameras that didn't have lenses. But we're talking about like the whole learning thing, I definitely learned a lot from that. And I don't know if I redeemed myself, but
there you go.
It's pretty old school stuff, and it comes in its case. It was from a collector.
Nice.
It comes in the case with pretty much everything that it needs. It even has the old silica gel.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's bad to have, but
no, that's just to keep the moisture out.
Yeah.
And there's somebody who may be going to school, to college with arts or learning how to film, that will enjoy something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Even if they can't get it to work, they just love because it relates to something that they're doing in their life. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah. My buddy ended up getting the accordion style little Kodaks, and
nice.
That stuff was definitely worth it.
I know a lot of times on eBay, a lot of the old Polaroids go for pretty good money.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh yeah. But see, I learned that the ones that really go for money are the little accordion. They look like accordions.
Yeah, I remember the brown. I remember going to someone's house and opening one, and I shouldn't have touched the camera, and I couldn't close it right, and I forced it closed, and I broke it, and I felt.
You crushed the bevels?
I don't know. I did something that I just forced it closed, and I felt so bad because the people were so good to me. I was only like 12 years old,
right?
But I was like, oh, this is cool, and the poor guy had it for probably years, and here comes Pat, not touching the stuff he's not supposed to be touching, and I don't know. I mean, they knew it was me, but yet they were nice. They never hollered at me, but I guess kind of knew, not to touch things.
You're like, this is one of my projects now. This is the original G.I. Joe Sky Striker.
That's nice.
It's missing a lot, but you want to know what? I bought it for $1, and if it takes me three or $4 more to get everything for it, then I got a mint one. Then I can sell it for $100.
I tell you, just reminded me of something bringing that out. When my mom and dad threw me a birthday party when I was 12, and we didn't have. I mean, I know kids nowadays. Oh, every year they got to have a birthday party, and I think it was a way to, because they saw other kids in the neighborhood were having, and I remember sleeping in bed that night with all my toys, and one of the toys I got was the space shuttle.
Yep.
And the big white space shuttle. I mean that thing was big, and I haven't looked on eBay lately, but I wonder how much. I mean that thing now. I mean they don't even have. Do they even do the space shuttle anymore?
Not anymore. They stopped that whole program.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so to go back and you know, again, I can relate to a lot of those toys back from when we were kids.
Just ask Scott if he's still in the chat. His son's working for NASA. He knows exactly what that stuff goes with. Those,
remember these? Y'all remember these?
Those are common. That's the sad part about those, the Tonka ones, because if you go into any toy box when you go into a kid's like a yard sale and everything, you find the dump trucks, you find the plows, you find all of those. Like I must get like probably 20 to 30 of them every time I get a box load. They're crazy.
Well, like that,
but yeah, some of them mint package. Yeah.
Because I don't know, like for like I can't remember exactly right now, but it was better than 25 cents what I paid for.
Oh yeah,
it, you know?
Oh yeah. I mean that's fine. That's fine and dandy because you can make it a bundle. That's when you make bundles of stuff like that. But yeah, it's just crazy. Some of that stuff. Sometimes I just walk by some of the bins, but if I like you did, if I find a box of toys, I'm not going to go through it. I just say, what do you want for everything? If the guy says, I don't want to sell everything, then be like, all right, well, how about for half of it? Well, I really, yeah. If you pull out, like John said last night, you throw out $25 in your hand and you say, oh, here's 25 for the bin. The guy's probably going to sit there and go, thank you very much, and walk away. You know? Yeah. So, what do you over there, Jordan? I see him pulling something out.
Remember these?
Oh, yeah. You just took it out of the bag?
Yeah, I polybagged them.
Oh. God, you got kind of service there. You're throwing.
No, I polybagged them because I have them. Yeah, I have them together.
Yeah, those go for good money now. People, there goes those, and what's the other ones, Pat? Remember they had the diamond in their stomach and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't
remember
this one here's the diamond earring or whatever.
Yeah, but this one, the ones have it in their belly.
Talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to like the Smurfs. Yep. You know, that they were small. You could buy them for a couple bucks. And that was a Germany company, and when I go to Walt Disney World, they sell them at Epcot in one of the at the German store there, and I just really got into the Smurfs when I was a kid.
Like this
Pop and Smurfette. Yeah.
I just got this one for 25 cents today.
Wow.
Now, is that a vintage one or?
That's a Spratling. That's a Spratling. Yep.
Yeah, I picked up those trolls because my aunt used to collect them. So
yeah,
when I seen them, I had to buy them just because of that memory from my childhood of my aunt having all of these. So I got home and I'm like, "You're never gonna believe what I bought a bunch of today!" Like, and I sent it to her. Wow, what a blast from the past right there.
Well, that's it. Are any of them kind of gooey though, Jordan, or are they fine? Because a lot of the plastics back then, they came almost like gooey, like they have like a film to
them.
No, that's good. You get lucky because a lot of the turtles and a lot of the 80s toys, if they're kept in a little bit of a moist area, the rubber really becomes really nasty.
Yeah,
and you really
these are all like really nice and clean. Like I didn't even have to clean them up. They were nice.
Nice.
You remember Egon?
Yeah, Ghostbusters.
The,
He'll
the,
be in
the,
he'll be in a new movie next year.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. The sad part is this is,
Yeah.
but yeah, I got him. It came with the thing, and that's man. I got a bunch of stuff that if there's anybody out there that needs a piece or something, let me know, and I'll look for it. I got it here.
What you do? There's a Facebook group called Parts Identification for Action Figures and Toys. It's on Facebook, and you go on it, click on it, use a calendar, and you put the pieces on each day of the calendar, and the guys will go nuts and tell you exactly what every piece is.
Okay,
I do that
that's
all
what
the
I
time.
need to do.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I literally got at least like one little box full
Yep.
of extra
Mm-hmm.
like this thing, which I don't know what it is.
Yep.
I have a feeling you might know.
That's from G.I. Joe.
I
Yep.
knew you were gonna say that.
That piece right there is probably going for $15 to $20 online right now.
This one little piece?
One little piece. Yep.
You're joking.
I'm not joking, my man. You know how see these tail fins on this?
Yeah.
Just one goes for $10.
Wow.
Yep.
So how much would this go for? What is this?
That looks like Captain Planet.
Yeah, dude, this is Captain. You see, this is why you're here. Look, it works and everything, dude.
Yep.
It works. Like, let me see. How is it again? Can't remember now.
It worked with the TV.
Huh?
It worked with the TV. You watched the TV show.
Oh.
And you used to be able to fight with him. Yeah, on there. Yep. Yep.
Like that.
You put the vehicle in there. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. See?
So dude, this is Captain Planet, dude.
Yeah. Dude, that's telling you that stuff people will buy. You know?
Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna be working really hard really soon.
Yeah. Well, like I said, any questions like that, go to that group. I'm always here. I know Pat. If I don't know it, Pat will probably know it. But we have plenty of people in this community that will gladly help you with stuff. That's part of Ghostbusters, if I remember right. If I remember right, that's one of the Ghostbusters pieces.
I could be here for 5 hours showing you little piece by piece, man.
Yeah.
Literally. I don't know what this guy is.
You don't know what that guy is? You don't know who that is.
Hold on. I can guess.
That was the worst friggin' movie ever made.
Predator?
Nope.
I'm just joking.
Predator.
Somebody told me this was Predator.
No. You know what that's from? That's Waterworld with Mel Gibson. That's Mel Gibson. Waterworld.
This is Waterworld?
Yep. That's Mel Gibson.
No,
this is Mel Gibson.
Was it Mel Gibson? Wasn't it? I don't think it was Mel Gibson.
It's is it Gibson or was it?
No, Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner.
Yep, that's what it was. Yep.
That movie though was different.
Right. Right.
I didn't think it was one of the worst movies. I think because it was different, it was okay. Yeah. I mean, I haven't watched it in probably 20 years, but
it was supposed to be a spin-off of Road Warrior and Thunderdome. That was supposed to be like the water aspect of that same era. It was the start of steampunk.
And so is this Waterworld? This ain't Waterworld.
No, that's not Waterworld. Who the hell is that? She's one ugly dude though.
Yeah,
what does it say on her? What does it say on her butt?
It says well, it's not on her butt, but it's it's 92 Fox and it's Kenner.
Oh, so it's a Fox movie.
Yeah.
Made by Kenner. So
92 Fox movie made by Kenner.
Jurassic Park?
You know what? Probably. No.
Yeah, because they didn't have any leg articulation with the they fit in that ugly looking Jeep and they just slid in.
And then this guy.
That's Masters of the Universe.
Huh?
That's Masters of the Universe.
Masters of the Universe, dude.
That's Eternia. That's the Eternia stuff. Back when he was starting to go into space and all that type of shit. Later on.
Alex, you better start putting post-it notes with all that stuff as you stack it.
No, I said I can't forget. I can't forget now. Except this one I might forget. But Kevin Costner / Mel Gibson, I'll never forget that.
I think that lady's toy is from the movie Aliens.
Aliens?
Yeah.
All right, it could be either or. Like I said, yep. Those dudes, you better keep an eye on those. Those are good money.
I already know that. This was
I just found.
I know this is Alien.
Yeah.
So I found the sold comps on that. It's decent.
Aliens, that lady.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's Sigourney Weaver?
It might be, but I mean, I just did a quick Google image search.
Yeah.
And I came across Kenner Toys 1992 Fox Studios Aliens.
All right. So, yeah, because they had that. They had Jurassic Park. They had a lot of different ones in that whole, because that was the end of Kenner. That was pretty much the end of the death of Kenner, was those movies. You have to find like Waterworld stuff now because nobody bought the stuff back in the day. That's Cobra. Yep.
We got people in the chat confirming what I just said. Yep.
Okay. Beautiful.
Yep.
See?
Yep. That's what's nice about having a computer now. I mean, 20 years, even 25 years ago, I mean, I remember being on an AOL dial-up, but really now, yeah. And having a one time leaving the damn going. You guys don't know. I mean, I had a $600 phone bill one time because I'd leave the computer on and go to bed and then go to work the next day and it wasn't disconnected.
Yep.
I lived in a town that didn't have a local number. So it took probably a year or two. My phone bill used to average $250 a month just from being on AOL. You know?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
My parents, when I was little, I left them a very heavy phone bill from a Mario Brothers hotline.
Oh my God, the 900 lines, the 900 lines. Oh my God, you can talk to Mario now if you call this 1-900 number.
Yo, and I would call Mario, man. And one day I got in trouble, man. She's like, oh, "Did you call China?"
Even in the commercial, they said, "Please get your parents' approval before you call this number."
You're not going to take the legendary one?
Oh man!
Hey, what is Jordan's got another toy there? He's going to show us.
Yeah,
I'm trying to find a date, but I don't see anything.
That's the trade from Fisher Price. Yeah,
I don't see.
That's probably 72, 73. Yep. There should be 4 or 5 other pieces to that.
Yeah, this was the only one. I look when I was looking it up. There was a few more pieces, but that's all they had.
That's cool. But you got the main part. You got the engine in good condition with the decals.
Right.
So.
Well, hey guys, I'm going to actually check out because it's 11:15 here, and I got to get up early to do flea market. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to meet up with somebody, and then I got to do Instacart, and then we do a Sunday show we've been doing for the past 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So I have a full plate tomorrow. I have a 14-hour day. So I appreciate all you guys having me on. Alex, thanks again.
Thank you, Pat, for being here with us, man, and showing us your stuff and sharing with us your knowledge, man. It's just awesome. I admire all you guys that just know your stuff when it comes to this, because it's something that I eventually want to be able to also have and pass it along too, you know. So thank you, Pat. Guys in the chat that haven't already, if you haven't subscribed to Pat's channel, somebody help me out. Sue, that's Sue. Sue help me out. Put his link in the channel for me, and subscribe to Pat.
All right, guys. Thank you.
See you later, Pat.
Talk to you
Pat.
later. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Later.
Yeah, so yeah, Pat's good, dude. Pat's good.
Pat's awesome, man. Pat's awesome.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be knocking out soon?
I'm wide awake, my man.
You wide awake? All right.
I'm wide awake. I'm like wide awake. You know, I'm sitting here watching my boy play his last game. You get knocked out again. He's literally playing live with somebody on one of my other subscribers on this channel.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That's cool, man.
So he loves playing Fortnite.
So for the people in the chat, you know, we're talking about toys more than anything, vintage stuff. You know, I had a question in my mind. You know, what was your all right? If you were to go to a yard sale, because yard sale season is coming for most people, because they're still suffering the cold, which I wish I had honestly. But
Unless you live in the state.
for dude, you don't understand. I love the cold, man. I'll go outside in a wife beater and underwear, dude, in the cold. I don't care. I love it. So look, for you guys in the chat, look.
That's not a picture we would imagine. That was TMI, little buddy. That was TMI.
Hey, that's your imagination, not mine. So look, hey, for you guys in the chat, if you know, if you go to a yard sale and you see a toy from your childhood, you know, which one would it be that would like totally blow your mind? And would you keep it or would you resell it? Forget how much you can make off it. Just would you keep it or would you resell it? I think that's a fun question.
Jordan, let's get your answer first. Let's see if you found
my answer, dude. If I could get all the Ninja Turtles from my childhood, the original Ninja Turtles, I would literally just put them up and keep them there. That's what I would do, and because I know eventually they could be worth more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's not that like a rush to me. Now, at the same time, if I was hungry, I'm not gonna be boy fat. Hungry, bro. Let me tell you, I will sell. Right. That's something I would hold on to, dude, just because it's my favorite time of my childhood. You know.
Yeah. What about you, Jordan?
I would probably have to go with the WWF wrestlers. Like I said, I had a bunch when I was growing up, and as a kid, I would get a bunch of these, like the rubber, not what like Pat had, but you know, earlier ones or later ones, but
later ones. Yep.
But I had a bunch of those, and after my grandpa had passed away, we found a tote in his closet, and he had kept every single one that I ever had in this tote, and I didn't even know they still existed.
Cool.
We found this tote, and now, like, I was kind of super salty about the whole situation, but my aunt gave them back to us, and my wife gave it to my daughter, and so now Barbie and Ken sleep with Kane and The Rock, and Barbie house. And I was like, "Those things are worth money," and she was like, "No, they're not. They're opened and been played with."
And you know, China's in there breaking up that little threesome.
Triple H comes banging the door down.
He must die.
Yeah, mine, I had to say, I had my Holy Grail in my hands, and I screwed up.
Really?
I had a friend of mine and I found a Craigslist ad. The guy said he had G.I. Joe stuff. He wanted $25 for the whole box. So I said, you know what? My friend and I, Cliff, he goes, we'll split it. You know, I'll take some stuff, and you take whatever you want. So we were going through, and he goes, I don't want anything big. You get all the big stuff, and I'll take all the little stuff. Okay. I get home. It was the complete USS Flag, the biggest toy ever built, playset ever built, 6 feet long.
Wow.
It was all in this box for $25. Stupid me. I had a basement at the time. Instead of setting it up in the basement, I set it up in the living room. Well, my wife came home. And what do you think happened? That had to leave the house immediately, or it was done. So for what I bought for like $15, I got 100.5 from it. But if it was complete in box, it's worth $1,500.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was like, why did I even? If I set it up downstairs in the basement, it would have just sat there. But I had to set it up in the living room to check it out and be like, yeah, this is bad. 6 feet long. I get there's 2 of these would fit on it. That's how big the thing was. Nope. Doo doo. That's a stupid idiot move right there.
Behind you.
But the other thing, if it was other stuff, I would probably go back to having my original signed Beastie Boys 12-inch mixed album. If I ever had my one toy back I ever had.
No, you just gotta sprint on the ice.
One thing. Because when I DJ'd at Baja Beach Club in Fort Lauderdale,
Mhm.
that's where they came in and they signed it for me, and I had that. And when I left down south and came back up, I lost it. That was a promo and everything, dude, signed by him. Probably sitting down near you now. Never know.
Yeah, it's probably close by. Maybe I'll come across it in the yard sale one weekend.
Oh man, I would be like, I can see you, Derek. Look what I just found. I'm like, you're a jerk. I got one.
Dude, straight. What I'd give it to you. If it's that serious, dude, I would definitely give it to you.
Yeah, that was a serious part of my life, dude. I was literally, if I didn't go into the military, I would pretty much probably be living near you, because I had a chance of getting a job on one of the cruise ships, being a DJ, and I would have been doing that every 6 months, going on a cruise and DJing, making sure everything was hunky dory. Living down south, I loved it. I loved it down there. My family still lives down there, so that's why I come down and visit.
Yeah, it's nice. It ain't like it used to be. I know that, but it's nice, man. Nice, it definitely is nice. Especially when you get to enjoy that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like I told you, my uncle teaches at the U, which is cool, and me and my dad are big Marlins fans, so we've been to multiple Marlins games when they were playing that Pro Player back then.
Awesome. Yeah, I was at their inaugural game, man.
In 97?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was too.
No, 97 was the first time they won the World Series, which I was there too.
94.
Yeah. Was it 94? Yeah,
94 was their first year in. Yep, I was there.
Yep. Yeah, I had the posters, the newspaper.
They gave you the water bottle. Remember the water
bottle?
Dude,
I had that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that. If you weren't there, you didn't know you got that water bottle.
Yep. And I don't know where none of that stuff is, man. It's probably I know it's worth some good money, because I was at an estate sale the other day and they had my same exact poster.
Right.
I can't remember what number they had, but the same posters I had, and one of them they wanted like $150 for it.
Wow.
So I know it's like it's a little bit of money. You know what I'm saying?
Do you like the new logo? Do you like the new logo?
The new logo? Yeah. I think it's cool, but I like the old stuff.
Yeah.
So I gravitate towards that, like the Miami Dolphins, everything. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Like Cleveland completely getting rid of Chief Wahoo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, they got pushed into that. They
didn't really have a choice.
I mean, I remember Bernie Kosar in the dog pound. That's how far back I go. Sitting with Kevin Mack and that crew. I mean, like I said, I love sports. I love toys. I could talk sports all through, man. Shit.
Yeah, we got some people that like Trista. All the respect to you, I would resell it totally. I would buy it, take pictures, and sell. At the end of the day, that it's a business, it's a hustle, so we got to do it. But like Joseph, any Star Wars, mostly looking for vintage. That's respect. See, everybody's got their thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's my boy. Is it Joe P? Joseph Patnode?
Yeah. He said he's
That's my
gonna
boy.
be he's gonna be going to flea market for you.
Yep.
I think he said Derek's gonna say. Yeah,
Yep.
I saw it in a comment there. Yeah, he's gonna be going to flea markets for you.
Yeah. Well, that's my
That's
boy
what's
that
up.
took me today. With
He took you today.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah. See,
That's
so
awesome.
that's my boy Joe. He's with me. But Joe, just to give you a heads up, we have a guy, the Ghost, that we have. When I hit 777 subscribers on my channel, we have a mystery box that would make your head spin.
Yeah.
Your head spin. And I'm telling you, if I get to that 777, don't get me wrong, I want to get to 1,000. But once we get to that 777, it's a medium flat rate box full of stuff that's just gonna make people cry when they see it.
That's
Cry.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but so I said, man, you get up there. You did the right thing. You got on Scott's channel. You got to hustle like this, making this group like you did here. It'll come. It's weird because like I said, until I went on the Lonnie's channel, I had 22 subscribers. I'm close to 600 now. You know, and it's fun. I do it to have fun, and that's my life. I've had too many problems in my life with my health that I said, you know what? Screw it. You got to just live life and have fun. You know, you never know. You never know. You might not wake up the next day.
Yep.
That's true, bro. That's true.
But I don't know. That's my boy behind me, Mr. Neon Yellow. That's what we call it. That's all he wears. That's
What's that neon yellow?
Yeah. What's up? Yeah. What's up, Adam?
What's up?
That's Adam. He's a Packers fan.
You're a Packers fan?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say nothing bad right now. I'm gonna stay quiet. You know what? I like the Packers.
My favorite basketball team is the Miami Heat.
Yeah, he's got championship Miami Heat
Bro,
stuff.
let me know when you're down here. Did you get sad when Dwayne Wade
that's his boy? He loves Dwayne.
Dude, did you know that Haslam's dad was my security guard at American Senior High School in Miami Lakes, Hialeah, Carroll City area, and his dad used to play basketball with me every single morning.
See that?
And when his son got put into the Heat, I remember him like super happy and like leaving the school, like that's it. He's done. He finished working. That was his last day working when his son got into the Heat.
Nice. Like I said, my uncle lives right across the street from it, so he got. I couldn't believe we went to a yard sale 2 years ago. The guy handed him an authentic championship hat, still never worn for nothing. A Heat hat. He's got the pins. He's got the lanyards. He's got everything. But that's what I was. See, there you go.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, you'd be surprised where how far Miami Dolphins fans are. They're everywhere.
My dad was a firefighter for 36 years, and his fire helmet was with the Dolphins logos and everything all over it. He loved it. Bob Greasy and that whole crew, man, he loved the Dolphins. I have pictures when I was 8 years old sitting at the old Orange Bowl in the end zone playing Cleveland versus Miami with Bernie Kosar and Dan Marino going at each other.
Wow, dude, that's awesome.
Yep. So I told you, I spent every summer when I was going through 8th grade to high school, I would spend 2 months with my grandparents in Fort Lauderdale every summer. So that's why I said I know every spot. Dan Marino's Steakhouse. There's when Blockbuster used to be like the big thing down there. And I remember when the first Dunkin' Donuts opened up in Fort Lauderdale, and they didn't know what the hell to expect. That's how long I've been, man. I remember going down because I was in a private school, and I used to have college break, showing up, going to my grandmother's during college break down in Fort Lauderdale, and that was in 84, 85. So yeah, Where the Boys Are, all those movies.
Yeah, that was when I was born.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, no. Me and Pat are the same age, so that's what I'm saying. We grew up with the same stuff, and that's why I think understand why we have so much love for this stuff, because it was our childhood, and to understand what we went through, not just I sold Star Wars stuff to get G.I. Joe stuff. I had a friend's dad that worked for Hasbro, and every other day he would go up in the attic and give me a G.I. Joe because his dad would bring him home from work every day. You know, stuff like that. You just remember that stuff. So when you find that one figure at a yard sale, or you find a car, or the one I did a toy show about a month ago. The guy had a Hong Kong Fooey lunchbox. I wanted to buy it so bad because I wanted to just grab like 5 or 6 of my Hot Wheels and just throw them in there and just put it aside on my desk, just to have it put aside. You know,
now, Alex, do you know who did the intro music for Hong Kong Fooey?
No.
You bought their CD a couple weeks ago.
Sublime?
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yep. That's how long they've been around.
Yeah, no, I know that.
Well, it's like, do you know who the Trans-Siberian Orchestra is?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah. Do you know who they really are, though?
No.
It's the Misfits.
Really?
That the lead guitarist and the drummer are from the Misfits.
Huh.
That are in Trans-Siberian Orchestra. How do you like that? That's a little stumper there.
I definitely didn't know that one, man.
Yeah.
Know that at all.
So I'm saying
I like my old school music too now. Don't get it twisted.
like what type of old school music though?
What okay, so I was raised on everything you could possibly think of, from Spanish music and everything from American music. So I literally listened to stuff from the 70s, stuff from the 80s, and then you go a little farther up. But yeah, I listened to everything growing up. I mean, with at parties, we would listen to a lot of salsa merengue, and we'll be dancing like this. And the girls will come up to me and tell me, "You're so cute," and I'm only 7 years old. But all the teenage girls are like, "I want to dance with you," and they're fighting. And I'm like, "Ladies, relax." Relax.
He's all jamming to the bachata and all.
Yeah, salsa merengue, a little cha cha cha, and then I had my dad. My dad loved his Bee Gees. He loved his Bee Gees, and he loved his anything that was freestyle music. Like ooh oh diamond girl, all that stuff.
Nice and Wild, baby.
Yeah. He loved
Johnny
all that.
O, Cynthia. Yep.
Yeah, we listened to that, and then on my mom's side of the family, it was like my uncles that they listened to like the Beatles, they listened to Bon Jovi, they listened to like all this stuff, dude. That's what I grew up with. So I just grew up loving music,
That's cool, because a lot of kids now, especially this one, because if I hear Mo Bamba one more time,
I don't play that.
I'm tired of that song.
I play Horses in the Back.
All right, Horses in the Back, whatever.
I'm more of an Elvis, Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson kind of guy.
There you go. See, I can appreciate that, because there's so much out there now that's just trash. When you got to listen to the real authentic music, like Cash, anything Johnny Cash did was a record. I mean, Elvis, I like Elvis, but he's been outplayed. There's been so much other shit with him. But if you go into the Beatles, you go into all the different genres, you can pick out different bands that you know. I remember being called a poser at school when I was at high school, because I'm on the football field, I'm listening to Johnny O and Cynthia and TKO and all that, and then if I was in the mood driving home, I have Slayer playing in the back of the car. And they're like, dude, do you like rock or do you like dance music? I'm like, dude, I like everything. What don't you understand? I can get along with you and I can get along with you. Now, don't get me wrong, they laugh at me because I sit here most of the times and they'll come home and they're like, what the hell are you listening to? And I'm jamming to, who is it? Don Omar, and I'm listening to that whole crew down there, down south. And they're like, what are you listening to? You don't even understand it. I'm like, it's not the understanding of the music. It's just the beat that just gets you going. That's it. It's life, you know?
Yeah, I was reading the chat and yeah, there's a lot of a lot of people are saying, you know, let's see well, Joseph,
Yeah,
your Joe, he
yeah,
wants to see more old toys. So look, I got these guys.
yeah.
Choo choo. It's actually like a boat, right? I got the boat with it.
Yep.
I got the boat. I got a couple of them, you know.
Joe, you know why Joe's saying that? Because he's trying to find something that Josh has, that because he's a big Playmobil guy, and not play. He's a Fisher Price guy, and he saw the train. That's why I asked if he had the rest of the train, right, Joe? Because
I dug around looking for the rest of that thing. They had so much that day. It was rare to find anything like that there. I've got all that at Goodwill, but
yeah, he does the adventure people.
Like, what?
Yeah, he does the adventure people by Fisher Price. Those look like GI Joes, but they're only double jointed, and they have like the boats and the plane that you have, Josh. That's adventure people. That plane with the broken propeller. That's called Adventure People by Fisher Price. And that's what my boy Joe. That's what he'll tell you. He's got the green plane.
Yeah, I saw like sold comps on them, and it's kind of hard to say.
Yeah,
because they're a little rough to really like. I mean, I don't think these go for much, but there's some that actually go for some decent money.
Decent money. Yep.
Yep. And I'm trying to see if I can find it. But yeah, with the music, man.
Yep.
I love music, man. It's vintage
so
stuff too, you know.
So do I.
I'm a vintage man. Love music.
But if you notice how what you sell goes with what music you like, I've learned that. If you figure it out, at some of the things that you find will go to either a song that you particularly care for or a time in your life that will go to that certain song. And I've learned that a lot, you know. Where
well,
I find Pogs.
Let me see that. What is it?
The Pogs. Remember Pogs?
Oh yeah, dude. Pogs.
Dude, I used to have so many of those growing up.
These are all slammers.
Oh man, yeah. I had a couple of them, but my cousin had a bunch of them. All the kids at school had them, bro.
There's another one.
I had a little casket slammer.
Yep.
That was my favorite one. A little casket slammer with like a little hologram on it.
Yep.
Yep.
One of my best ones. I'm not gonna get rid of. I know it's over here somewhere. And I told my boys, I'm like, nope, I'm not getting rid of that one. NBA Jams.
Oh man. Talk about one of my favorite video games of all time.
Boom shakalaka.
Boom shakalaka.
He's on fire.
He's on fire.
Yep.
Boom shakalaka. That was a fun game, man. Oh yeah, talking about Donna Summer, Casey,
Sunshine Man.
Fire,
Yep.
man. I was a groovy kid, man. I was a groovy kid.
That's it. That's it.
I told you in school and everything. I was different than all the other kids because I was like older but young. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you were brought up with a lot of adults, and the same with me. I was always with my grandparents. I mean, I hung around kids, but if I got home, I'm always with my grandparents, always with my great grandmothers. I mean, you know how it is with family. At Christmas, we'd have 36 people at the dinner table. You know, that's family. You don't do that no more. So
Sue saying that she's made lots of money on certain newer Playmobil.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Is that Sue Sells?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Miss Sue. How you doing, Sue? I'll see you on Tuesday morning when you do your chat with Scott.
Sue's awesome, man.
Yeah, she is awesome. But at least she's not. At least they're not like Steve. I love Steve to death, but he has to get away from those granny panties, asking people at yard sales. You know, he's if you find him, fine and dandy. But that's going to be his niche for the forever now. That's how I'm going to remember Steve Alcorn. On his casket is going to say, "Here lies Steve Alcorn, the man who asked for granny panties at yard sales." You guys, that's why I love this community, because we can just all enjoy each other. You know, I mean, you get your trolls, you get your people that are negatives, but you know what? You don't even let that stuff bother you. You just push forward and prove them wrong. That's all. That's how I was taught. Shane and Scott taught me that. You just don't even let anything bother you. You just go for it. You
gotta love life, man. You gotta love life. You know, no matter what your situation is, and it's hard sometimes, but you gotta love life.
That's it.
Always, be grateful. That's it. That's all it is, dude. Look at what you have and not what you don't have. Look at what good that's going on and not the bad that's going on, and you'll be all right. That one kid one time, it was black outside. It was 9:30 in the morning, 10 pouring rain, and he's all by himself, and he doesn't want to talk. So I'm like, "It's a beautiful." Just trying to make up some conversation, trying to make him laugh, you know. And he's like, "What's so beautiful about it?" And I'm like, I'm looking up, and I'm like, "Yeah, he's right. It's ugly, but there was one little spot, dude, in the clouds."
Yeah, that came
that like behind the, and it was, you could see like a little bit of blue light, and I go, "Bro, that's because all you're doing is looking at all of that. You need to look at that right there." You know what he told me? He said, "Bro, get away from me." But I saw it. You get what I'm saying? I saw it. He couldn't see it, but I saw it. You know what I mean?
Right. You just got to sit. Like to this morning, it was pouring rain in here. Everybody was upset. The yard sales were getting shut down and everything. I said, "Listen, there's other ways to source. There's other ways to look for stuff. Let's do it." You know? In serious pain and everything, rolling around, get out there and had fun. Made my life better. Made my day better, and had a positive day.
Yeah. Well, guys, I don't know about you all. I could say it again. I could keep going. But straight up, I'm with Connie on this, man. Straight up, I've been up since 5 a.m, and I need to get up really early tomorrow, and I have a lot of things that I need to do because next the game is gonna change.
That's it.
Y'all just don't know it. Y'all don't know it. So definitely keep watching, because this is only the beginning. I tell everybody this, keep watching. This is only the beginning. Things are gonna get more amazing, more unbelievable. Lives are gonna change. And we're gonna keep having fun. We're gonna keep having fun, man. So is you guys wanna say sayonara somehow? You know, say some. You could say sayonara. You could say I think it's bon noite. Bon noite is
bon note.
Yeah, bon noite. Then there's I could say it in like 10 different languages, but not really. So you guys go ahead, say something.
Well, you guys, I want to thank Alex and Josh for having me coming on. Man, this is amazing. I will be on anytime you want me to. We can do this. We can have so much fun. This is the community that everybody wants to be in. You want to have some fun with us? You got to hang with all of us here. We are top notch. We want to be there. We want to be family. Let's keep it going. And that's my sign off. Like I say, more toys, more fun. This is NASCARman 3345 here, buddy. Let's go.
Jordan, want to say something to the people?
Keep digging, keep picking. How do you top that? I don't know. Keep sourcing, keep looking stuff up. Google's your best friend.
Yep.
Well, guys, I want to say that if you haven't subscribed to my beautiful friends, Jordan, DG Picker, and Derek Nascarman 3345, please go check out their links. Click on them, subscribe to them, hit the bell. These guys are cool people. These guys are awesome people. And as far as what I honestly see, what I like about this live show is really like, I'm a new seller. DG Picker, he has a little bit of experience with the eBay, but in reality, he's new to like Amazon, and he's getting back into it. And this is, for me, dude, I do a lot throughout the week, like a lot, right? I work a regular job. And I call it regular job because I don't like to call it a 9 to 5 because I don't clock in at 9 and I don't clock out at 5. My schedule is usually from 6:30 to 7 in the morning to sometimes 6, 7 o'clock at night, and there's no telling. So I work a regular job. I study. I'm starting new with all this reselling stuff on eBay, Poshmark, all this stuff, and now I'm starting YouTube. It's a lot on my plate, but I'm doing it because I love doing it. It's fun. But this thing, I think this more than anything is for us to really just let loose. I'm thinking that you guys that are out there, if you're a new reseller on any platform and you'd like to, come on the show and just talk with us and have some fun, you don't need to have a YouTube channel. You don't need to. Nobody's trying to get you to do none of that. Just come on with us and let's talk. Let's have some fun. We don't necessarily have to talk all about reselling. We can get into stuff about like music and just kind of like let the load off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a thing to hustle hard, and it's another one burn yourself. And if anybody else follows Gary Vee, he said it recently. He was talking about, I think people don't understand. They're saying, "Oh, I don't sleep," and that's not good. It's not good. You got to rest too. You got to get yourself charged up. So definitely, I think once, like what I do, I'll get out of my house and go do stuff at my own, because just being at my house all the time, working or doing whatever I'm doing, I can't. So I go somewhere else or go and take a 20-minute break somewhere and like hit the park up or something, So this is a cool thing for us to also talk about other things, but definitely, so y'all can see that you ain't alone. Me and DG, we are new and we go through it. So we're learning with you guys. So yeah, thank you both of you guys for being with me on this journey. And thank you all in the chat for being here. Borderline Hoarderish, you're late, but you're never late because it's better late than never. And I'm glad you made it to the show. And Sue, you're my hope no other Sue shows up, because then I'd have to lie, tell her. But Sue, I got so much love for you, Sue. Pat Sands, you're I was gonna say man, but you're it. I like you. Alma Gonzalez, you're awesome. Flipping and thrifting, you're awesome. Joe, you're awesome. Help this man out tomorrow at the flea markets. And the pickup chick, what's up, pickup? And we gonna get, and this